Hello, sewing friends. I hope you're having a fabulous day wherever you are. Today's post is a brief commentary on Patrones July 2025 issue. I've basically decided I need to start sewing more from Patrones because, wow, their patterns, they have been very impressive. And yeah, so I just thought starting to do the commentaries will help me get into the gist of things. Not a big fan of this dress because I'm not sure what fabric they used. I think it looks gorgeous, but it looks to me like it needs a very specific type of a fabric, some sort of a knitted fabric. So I just don't want the complication. I do like the classic elegance of this. I'm very interested in this particular dress, especially with the belt, and I like the elbow sleeve length. I like that the buttons are covered by a placket. I have to admit, I'm not a big fan of this combo in particular. Maybe it's the fabric, maybe it's the color. I mean, it looks comfortable for hot weather, but it's a no for me. Okay, I love the upper half of this dress because those cutaway sleeves are really lovely. I can't handle ruching. I think this is great if you're a classic and you can handle ruching around your waist, but for me, it's a no-no. This one I actually like, even though it reminds me of a nail technician or a beautician, if you've ever seen those uniforms. And yeah, I just quite like the overall look of this outfit, the shoes, the shorts, and the top. I would wear that. This one, not too much of a big fan of. I don't like sheer fabrics in summer. I would much rather wear linen. Interesting swimsuit, ruching at the front, more ruching. And I do like the long-sleeved coverall. That's very useful for going onto a beach. Make it in a voile or a batiste and you're sorted. I don't necessarily think you need a pattern to make a sarong. Those are just my thoughts. And we see that long-sleeved, extra long beach coverall, which can also double as a shirt. And then we've got some really large palazzo style pants, which have refused to stay on her waist. We want them to stay on the waist. Sheer skirts, not a big fan of. Maybe it's my age, but I think it's going to be a skirt. It's got to be a skirt. Not a big fan of this one either. I prefer just the long, straightforward things for beach coveralls. So this issue seems like it's really leaning into the seaside stuff and the seaside loungewear. Okay, I love the top on this dress and I would definitely make the top of it. Not a big fan of the ruching. I know I sound like a broken record, but I've tried ruching and it doesn't work on me. And then we've got some more ruching. So I think maybe in Europe, ruching is a thing. I like the back on this dress though. This one is another lovely dress with a deep V neckline, easy to make kimono sleeves. I think that's gorgeous. I like the color on this, but not a big fan of the frilly top. Green and white. I'm going through such a green and white phase and I love this, but I need to figure out whether it's because it's the fabric or it's the dress. Okay, tunic style dresses. You can never go wrong in white linen with these ones. And also light blue, cornflower blue. That's always a good shout. It works really well in summer. And in fact, here in England, we've been getting such hot temperatures. I've mostly just been in linen or cotton lawn. Now this dress, this only looks good if it's cinched at the waist. That's my opinion on it. Oh, and then the short section. I loved the short section. Look how high-waisted those are with some nice practical pockets. And then this is the pair that I would love to try and make. They are high-waisted and they've got practical pockets and they sort of go down mid-thigh. I don't like my shorts too short. I like them to be really nice and mid-thigh. So also, again, of all the three short patterns that they have, all three of them really good ones. I think these ones are a little bit too flared for my liking and too short, but if you lengthened them they might work. And then we've got the kids section and there's just some really cute inspiration style. Patrones only does up to age 6 years old, which Unfortunately, that's outside my kids' range, but it's still some great inspiration anyway. Right. Thank you so much for watching and hearing my thoughts. Are you going to be making anything from this issue? Have you made anything from this issue? Let me know and share in the comments down below, and I'll see you there. Until then, happy sewing. Bye.